बोलिए बोलिए.
Thank you, Madam. I rise to speak in support of the demand for grants for the Ministry of Education for the year 2021.
Okay.
Madam, of all the ministries, the highest allocation has been made towards the Ministry of Education by the government of rupees 93,224 crores, of which 54,874 crores is for the Department of School Education and Literacy and 38,351 crores is for the Department of Higher Education. There are several key issues with respect to the Department of School Education, which I want to bring to the notice of the Honorable Minister. Madam, I would first like to talk about the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, which brought to the fore the problem of digital divide in learning in our country, and because of which a large number of students living in the rural areas were deprived of education, which was given via online mode. Madam, we all know that lockdown actually shifted the teaching mode from offline to online, and the government, realizing the problem, took a large number of initiatives. It spent about 818 crores in 2021 to promote online learning. Apart from this, there are initiatives like PM E-Vidya, Swayam massive open online courses, and Mano Darpan, which were also launched by the Government of India. Madam, the Economic Survey 2021 also observed that the percentage of children studying in government and private schools and living in the rural areas owning a smartphone has increased from 36.5% in 2018 to 61.8% in 2020. However, I would still like to urge the Honorable Minister that there are still a large number of students belonging to the poor families and living in the rural areas studying in government schools who do not have an access to a smartphone and a data plan and are being constantly denied of online education. And we know that COVID is not coming to an end, Madam. We hear now of a third wave of COVID, and several cities of India are seeing a fresh series of lockdown. Vaccination has started. More than 2 crore people have been vaccinated, but still the education of children at the primary and school level continues to be affected. So I would urge the Honorable Minister to take steps and ensure that every child in India who belongs to a poor family and lives in a rural area has access to a smartphone and a data plan so that his online education is not affected. There are also issues with respect to the gross enrollment ratio, which, Madam, compared to countries like China, US, UK, and Russia, is very poor in India. And also the National Education Policy 2020 has observed that children coming from the socially disadvantaged groups like transgenders or disabled or girl child or students living in the small towns or villages, particularly their gross enrollment ratio in India is very low. We are also not being able to curtail the problem of dropouts in the country, and there are several reasons because of which children drop out of the school. The younger girls, they get engaged in domestic activities, or they get married off. Younger boys, they get engaged in economic activities. Sometimes the school is far off, or sometimes the infrastructure development in the schools, like the development of a drinking water facility or a separate toilet for girls and boys, all that progress is very slow. So children continue to drop out of the schools, and we have not been able to curtail this problem effectively. There's another issue with respect to school education of the pupil-teacher ratio. I agree completely that the number of teachers in the schools have increased in different states across the country over the years, but there are still states like my own, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, which still do not conform to the right to education prescribed norms of the pupil-teacher ratio. And the absence of teachers in the government schools also continues, which is why a lot of parents are encouraged to admit their children in the private schools for want of good education. There are also states like Jharkhand, Uttarakhand, Kerala and Karnataka who have higher vacancies in the post of teachers. Sir, I would also like to draw your attention towards the problem of grade proficiency. As we move from class 3 to 5 to 8, we see that the proportion of students who are grade proficient goes on dropping. So these are issues which you must pay attention to. Moving over to higher education, Madam, the allocation has been rupees 38,351 crores, which is 41% of the total budget of the ministry. Here I wish to point out that the problem of the problem of enrollment persists, and there are two aspects of the problem. One aspect of the problem is, madam, that our gross enrollment ratio has increased from 24.3% in 2014-15 when this government took over to 26.3% in 2018-19, and we are committed under the National Education Policy to raise this 26.3% to 50%. I would like to understand from the Honorable Minister, what is his plan of action of raising this ratio, ma'am, just 1 minute more, from 26.3% to 50%, which is a long way to go. And another aspect of the problem with respect to gross enrollment ratio is that we see a decline in the gross enrollment ratio when we move from the UG to the PG courses. Madam, for UG courses it is 79.8%, and for PG courses it is 10.8%. So what are you doing about it? And another issue with respect to higher education, madam, is about the 6,210 teaching posts which are lying vacant in 42 central universities across the country, which would also include the backlog of vacancies for the SC, ST and OBC students. What are you doing to fulfill those vacancies, sir? And the National Education Policy has laid emphasis on increasing the public spending on education from 3% of the GDP, which is currently what we are doing, to 6% of the GDP. So how exactly are we going to make this big move from 3% of public spending to 6% of public spending on raising the quality and quantity of good education in India? That is all I wanted to point out, and I would urge the Honorable Minister to throw some light on the points that I have and the core issues that I have raised. Thank you very much, madam, for giving me the opportunity.